They'll be calling you a radical. First off, before I get going, I want to thank one of our community out there. Knew I needed a camera, understands my situation. Thank you so much. I was thinking, I got a couple videos I really wanted to do and wanted to get them up, and I was sitting on the couch and I'm like, God, I really need to get these done. I was reading some things and the door knocked and there it was. I want to talk about gold, the fairy tale. As you people know, right before I got sick, ranting and raving, carrying on that Fukushima and Fallout's going to give you cancer, As you guys know, I'm a broken record. I got AML leukemia. I nearly passed. I'm in the fight of my life right now. But right before that happened, in August, as the market was freaking falling apart, I did a big series of videos. I'll post some of them telling you gold is capitulated, get out, get out, get out, double down in the market, which I did. I did right then. I told you which derivative to buy, which to go ahead and in detail, which I did. Of course, I had to fork over my entire portfolio to get into that hospital and to save my life, which I did. Which money is not wealth. Gold is a fairy tale. And I'll tell you what, I talked about this in these videos. You can watch these old videos, and I talked about it. Look, here's where people make the mistake on gold and silver and commodities. It is a fairy tale. And I'll tell you, they somehow think that gold is a protection all the time. The reason is this. Mining. We have produced more gold and more silver in the last 10 years than in the previous time in all eternity. Human history. It is not a set amount. People make this fallacy that gold is some kind of set amount. This is, you free market, fairy tale, Ayn Rand, maniac, lunatics, here you go. This is free market. Supply and demand. I've said for a long time, you're going to see one of these sovereign wealth nations. People don't know what a sovereign wealth nation or sovereign wealth fund. A sovereign wealth fund is nothing but a nation's money. They sit on gargantuan, gigantic sums of gold. When they need money, they dump gold. Cyprus dumped gold yesterday. You're going to see more and more and more and more of it. Gold is overpriced for the simple reason it's been grotesquely overproduced. Only so many people can own it. People say, oh, watch this video. I called the spot top at 1900. Called it right there. What is it now? It's called opportunity cost. Look, and this is about credibility on YouTube, on whatever. Why does not Fox pay the price? As brilliant as Max Kiser and Stacy are, and I love Max Kiser and Stacy for exposing these criminal creeps, he's pounded silver clear into the 40s and the 30s. And I've disagreed with him the whole time. The problem is, yeah, if you'd have jumped on gold in the early 2000s when Bush destroyed via those wars, annihilated the dollar, that's when this erosion and the gold made the big spikes. But people got in after the fact. Remember this, Glenn Beck, when he went on his crying, half-white man's been elected president, the world's coming in. The Dow was 6,800. Gold was 1,185. He told you, he pounded it every day on his show, cried it. He pounded it, Fox News pounded it, the Neocon right pounded it and pounded it. Sell your Dow, the world's come to an end. Sell your Dow, and buy gold. Okay, it's called opportunity. So you bought gold, 1,100. 1,200, 1,400, 1,500, 17. Okay, you sold your Dow at 6,800, 7,200, 7,500, 8,000, 6,500. What's the Dow now? That's without the dividend. With the dividend, it's up 131%. It's called, so there's a mega price to be paid. It's about credit. I've learned something through this YouTube gig and my fight and my cancer and everything. I've learned something. People don't care. I'm talking in the aggregate again. There are so many individual powerful, beautiful people out there, but we're such in the minority as far as people who care and people who try and people who fight and people who do all the things that are right. They're such that understand wealth is not money. Gold is a fairy tale. As you pay the Dragon Slayer, as Rio Tinto, our mine right here, the Bingham Open Copper Mine's right here. I used to work there. The biggest open copper mine, the Queen owns it. The Queen owns all of this, BP, whatever. They just load it up on train cars right out of the country. When you get $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 ounce for a huge extended period of time, the incentive to mine, there's certain strip mining techniques that you have to get $1,100 an ounce to even break even. Well, they got it, so they went at it. They've overproduced. There's been more gold and silver produced in the last decade than the previous all of history. There it is. It's a fallacy. Gold is a and I mean, I remember when we grew up in this Christian community, when it was real Christians, raised us, they understood usury, and they taught us not to worship gold, and they taught us what not. Yeah, and I understand you need to have some in your portfolio, and I understand you need to be for. I'm all for it. I mean, I worked in the wealth protection industry for years. As I told you right there, you can go through every one of these. What did I tell you to buy? I told you to buy the triple gold on the down, on the leveraged funds. The leveraged ETF, triple gold down. That's what I've recommended. Double gold down, triple. As I told you to short silver at $48. Max Kiser, as brilliant as he is, has been so dead wrong. As everybody says, well, they just keep printing currency. Yeah, that hypothesis was 7-8 years ago. You missed that boat. There are no magic protections. There are no magic protections. There are no magic freaking... That's why wealth is not money. It's not money. You know, buying gold and silver is not going to save you, especially from Fukushima as it rolls and pours over it. It's not going to do you anything. These guys, you take their advice, gold is a fairy tale. There was a time, well, not even then. I mean, you look at the history of gold and everything says, oh God, it's outperformed. It's not outperformed. It's underperformed stocks, grotesquely. High dividend yield stocks. So you just buy up the gold. Now, does that mean gold's just going to continue to fall or it's going to go? I don't know. I don't know. My hypothesis is it's going to continue to fall, but we'll see over time. Anything can happen. That's why I like to hedge. I buy derivatives on the other side. If I'm going long, I buy some puts short. If I'm going short, I buy some calls long. That's what I've always did. You know, I hope, well, of course I'm wiped out now. I forked over several $100,000 in my portfolio to get in. I look back on it, ooh, what would that be worth? But you know what? I'll take life anytime. You know, being broke has taught me a lot of things. I'm very broke. I'm very happy. I'm more into my art than I've ever been. I'm more into my social conscience than I've ever been. I'm more into things that count than I've ever been. For sweet are the uses of adversity. That'd be Shakespeare, boys. That'd be Toby Maguire in Seabiscuit, the other longest shot on the board. Mind that bird. Oh yeah, the Derby's coming up. Maybe we'll take a shot there with some chump change. I did have Mind That Bird. I bet a $350 bet. I cashed it for $165,000. So I can't pay up my house with it. But anyway, stay with me. Gold is overproduced. It's a supply and demand in sovereign wealth nations as they start to dump. And I'll start to get back into some more finance videos if I can. You know, and maybe we can get this show rolling again. Because I know it's important in this day, especially if you have children and you have a family. You know, my children are raised, I don't have family, so I don't have to get into the thesis of out there dogfighting for peanuts, you know, have to find the social engineering machine. I don't have to participate like I did. I understand. You got bills to pay, you got families to raise, but once your family's raised, get rid of your metal coffins, get rid of your big stupid styrofoam house, get rid of all your bullshit. That car is breaking you, just get rid of it all. Just get rid of it. I'm serious, get rid of it. You don't need it. You'll be happier. You know, explore the things that count. Your grandchildren, your family, your loves, your life, your passions, your art. Oh yeah, can't explore the environment anymore. Fukushima annihilated it. Stay tuned and thank you so much for the camera. I love you. I honestly love you. Thank you so much. There are some great, good, kind, loving people out there. Stay tuned.